I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who be caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rockin' this universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. It's good to see y'all, man. Good to be with y'all. Let's talk about these Cleveland Cavaliers, shall we? Let's talk about these Cleveland Cavaliers. Or before I do that, let me first salute all my people watching on X. Salute to y'all. Salute to all my people watching on X. Salute to all my people watching us on YouTube. Happy anniversary and birthday to the Blowing Tears family and channel. Salute to all of y'all. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. Thank y'all for helping us celebrate 48 months, 4 years of Blowing Tears, man. 4 years can go by just like that. 4 years can go by just like that. And it has. So thank y'all, everybody who's been rocking with us for the 4 years, hanging in there through our ups and through our learning processes and such. I do want to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers some. It was brought to my attention that we should not sleep on them, that we shouldn't sleep on any NBA team. I do believe, though, Cleveland is good, but I don't know. Right now, Cleveland is 3-0. Cleveland is 3-0. For some reason, they're in first place in the Eastern Conference. They've blown out 3 teams. They've blown out the Raptors. They've blown out the Pistons. They've blown out the Wizards. That could be kind of like a two-way sword type thing where, they start the season against some opponents. They get to develop some chemistry. And so going into a season or whatever, it's like, yeah. Hit 'em up is in the building. Salute. Sherwin is in the building. Salute. Ralph Unreal is in the building. Salute, y'all. Salute. I didn't get to watch any of the Cleveland games, right? Not a large majority of them. I have League Pass like a lot of other people, so I kind of flipped the remote between games, so I didn't get a chance to sit down and just watch an entire Cleveland game and break them down. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Salute. So I didn't get a chance to break them down, right? But I do know that their upcoming schedule is crazy. They're in first place right now, but they could easily be in 10th place by mid-November, right? I'm just going to name you their schedule. It's Knicks, Lakers, Magic, Bucks, Pelicans, Warriors, Nets, Bulls, Sixers, Bulls, Charlotte, Boston, Pelicans, Raptors. Then it's Hawks, Celtics. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie to you. By December, this team, by December, this team may be struggling, right? So how does that apply to the Knicks? I'm not really for sure. I think Cleveland to me looks like I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to say. Donovan Mitchell is their leading scorer with 23.3 points a game. Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen are both averaging 18 points a game. Darius Garland is averaging 14 and 5, 14 and 6, something like that. I don't know what to say about the rest of their team. Generally, role players like most teams, they have some guys and then they have some guys like us, right? Donovan Mitchell is shooting 49% from the floor, 36.5% from three. Donovan Mitchell is shooting 64% from the free throw line. Of course, we know that will improve. Of course, we know he'll get that into the 80s. Of course, we know that, right? So I want to ask you guys directly. What do you, Rich Boys in the building, my guy, salute. Sherwin says, I'm all tanking teams, Cooper Flag and Arias Bailey. Tanking team. Okay. I don't know if all those teams would be tanking on Sherwin. Like when I read the schedule, I don't know if all those teams would be tanking teams or if you just meant that some tanking teams are just going to be tanking for them in general. That may be the case. What I'll say is I feel like the Knicks are somewhere in between the team that we saw from Boston and the team that we saw against the Pacers. Where we are in that space, not really sure just yet. I'm confident the Knicks will have a good team. I'm confident in the team. So, yeah. Man, the Nets. I watched the Nets Bucks game tonight, Sherwin. And the Nets may be tanking, right? I don't disagree with you. The Nets may be tanking, but if you go by the way they looked against the Bucks, the long-term plan may be to tank. But tonight, the way that they looked against the Bucks, I don't know. Brooklyn looked like they had the Bucks number today, or maybe the Bucks are not just not that good, or maybe any team can be any night, and any team can be any other team on any night. Keyshawn is in the building. Salute. Hit him up says the Bucks are finished. That's intriguing. That is an intriguing thought. I mentioned that to a few people earlier. Just to you know how it is. You know how like you see something and you don't know if what you're seeing is real, and so you reach out to others, but you're kind of embarrassed a little bit. You don't want to say the Bucks are finished, right? And not from hit 'em up statement. I'm saying I was actually watching the game, and it dawned on me like I randomly hit up IKBM Dre. I was like, Dre, the Bucks look like they need to trade for a second star. And he was like, what do you mean? They have Giannis and Dame. Shouldn't they just wait on Chris Middleton to get healthy? And I'm thinking, is Chris Middleton a star? Can Chris Middleton come back and save that what we're watching? And I know this is not the Bucks at Night podcast, right? That's not what I'm saying. I don't want y'all to get all, oh man, he loved talking about the Bucks. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm getting at is how do you predict the schedule? How do you predict the schedule if you don't know how other teams are playing? Do you just say, do you tell Sherwin, like, hey, Sherwin, listen, I appreciate your comment or whatever, but I just need to see 40 games of the Bucks? Man, 40 games is just about half the season. If you can't figure it out by 40 games, bro, then, oh, jeez. So everybody, that noise you're hearing, I have a glucometer. I have a glucometer, right? And it just, for those that know about the diabetics and such, y'all already know the vibe, right? Y'all already, if y'all are diabetic or y'all ever been around one, y'all already know the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like with the low blood sugar, the high blood sugar, and all that stuff. And I don't want to distract y'all with that. I just want to distract y'all with some basketball. Y'all already have enough things going on in y'all lives to just listen to me whine about health and all that stuff. King Ribby is in the building. Salute King Ribby. I have not personally spoken with King Ribby in like 2 weeks. I have not personally spoken with King Ribby in like 2 weeks. So let me see. What is King Ribby telephone number, y'all? I'm a King Ribby. So King Ribby's telephone number is right there. I got it. So I'm Wiz is in the building. Salute to Wiz. Wiz says Lawrence tears. Bim. Yo, hello. May I speak to King Ribby? Is this King Ribby? Is this King Ribby?
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to see you to see if you was alive, bro. All right, then. So everybody just called King Ribby just to make sure he was alive. Everybody, just to see, you know what I'm saying. So salute to Wiz. Sherwin says, I've been watching Cooper Flag for about 5 years with pride, being he's from Maine. There's a place I lived for 5 years. And then, oh yeah, that's right. He is good. VJ Edgecombe can be spelled. Oh, okay. All right. So King Ribby put some emojis in the chat. Salute to King Ribby. So, yeah. As an aside, I want to ask y'all, how good do y'all think the Eastern Conference is going to be? I'm watching Philadelphia struggle. I'm watching Indiana struggle. I'm watching Milwaukee struggle. I'm watching Charlotte get hurt. I watched Orlando lose to Memphis on Friday night. How good do y'all think the Eastern Conference is going to be? Yeah, man. Shout out to the Bahamas. Every time I see the Bahamas, I just got to salute my people. I'm not from there, man. My wife is from there. She be trying to take me down to the Bahamas every year. Salute to the Bahamas. How good is the Eastern Conference? I saw Boston struggling with Detroit the other night. And I don't know if Detroit took Boston's preseason comments personally, or if Detroit is actually getting it together. I think it's a little bit of both. I don't think Detroit is there yet. Yo, Perez is in the building. Salute, Perez. What's good? So I want to come through just really quick and holler at y'all about. Um, I want to come through real quick and holler at y'all about the Cavaliers game tomorrow night. They're 3-0 for Shizzers in the building. Salute, salute, y'all. Salute. How good is Cleveland? So I went over a few things about Cleveland. I didn't do a graphic. Yo, Andios is in the building. Salute. Help us get to that 4K. Hey, Andios. When we get to that, that 3,700 subscribers. Yo, one of the mods, all of them, one of the mods or all of the mods, or however it works, when we get to 3,700 subscribers, when we get to 3,800 subscribers, when we get to 3,900 subscribers, right? I want to give away an Amazon gift card, like $50. I'm gonna give away like $50 in Amazon gift cards when we hit those mile markers. And so what happens everybody is so for the mods when we get there, y'all, if y'all can just like send me a note, remind me of something, like send me a note or something, because like when you're doing the content, you're doing all the graphics, you're doing all the research, you have a job, you have a wife, yeah, all these things, sometimes you'll forget. Right. Sometimes you'll forget. So what I want to do is when we hit 3,700 subscribers, when we hit where are we at now? Like 3680 something, I think we're at. I'll check. When we get to, so we are at 3685. So when we get to 3,700, I want to give away gift cards. When we get to 3,800, I want to give away gift cards. When we get to 3,900, I want to give away gift cards. And when we get to 4,000, I want to give away a $100 Amazon gift card. Right? That's what I want to do. So if y'all can help us get there, and then what we'll do is try to give out swag along the way. We'll try to give out swag along the way. Now, mind you, I don't have a super large budget. I don't have a super large budget, right? So we'll have to do it. We have to plan. We have to plan accordingly. So, yeah, man. So let's get to 4K. Let's try to get the channel to 4K, and then once we hit those mile markers, we'll just swipe Wiz's card. We'll get Wiz's card and just swipe it. He don't mind. He won't even miss it. Wiz won't even miss it. Wiz says, I disagree with your assessment that we are somewhere between our last two games. I think we are better than our last game. That's interesting. And so Wiz, I literally was in your boat, but I spoke to a wise person that told me, how can you be better than what you are if you have not shown it? And so while I agreed with you probably Friday, Saturday, and early Sunday, when I spoke to that person today, they were like, basically reminded me that you are what your resume says you are. You are what your resume says you are in that sense. And so also, while I do listen to Wiz is a very smart person, right? Wiz has he's wise intellect. He's like wise intellectually, right? Like he's seasoned and experienced, but he's also smart. He's smart, right? So he's experienced, but he's also like high IQ, right? So I listened to Wiz on that level, but another person told me basically you are what your resume says you are. right? And I've used that saying in the past. I've used that saying in the past because I find it to be true. At the same time, I do believe the Knicks are better than what they've shown. At the same time, I think they have to show us also. So the Cleveland game is going to be important for that sense of it. Nick Yak is in the building. Nick Yak is in the building. Salute, Nick Yak. It's good to see you. What the Yankees going to do, bro? Yankees going to do something? I think there are a few problems that the Knicks pose to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I think there are a few problems that the Knicks pose to the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? And here they are in a nutshell, so to speak. Here they are in a nutshell. All right. So here they are in a nutshell. I think our on-ball defense for Donovan Mitchell is going to be too much for Cleveland to handle. Right? I think the combination of Cameron Payne, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart is going to be too much for Donovan Mitchell to handle all night long, like Lionel Richie says. Right? Now, am I saying, does that mean we're going to stop Donovan Mitchell? No, that means he is going to work extra hard for his points. Does that mean they can get contributions from others? Absolutely. Absolutely. They can get contributions from others. They can get contributions from Darius Garland. I don't think Darius Garland forgot how to play basketball. I think he's still really good. I think he's struggling in a system. I think Darius Garland is struggling in a system. Right? What I think is if we can control the first two offensive options, not players. Now, because I know what they want. They want Donovan Mitchell going to the rim. They want Donovan Mitchell going to the rim, and they probably want some uncontested three-pointers from the perimeter. If we can slow that down and get them into a situation where the other guys have to create going to the rim, I think that's where we have them. I think that's where we have them. Anybody have any to anything to add to that? How you stop Cleveland? Slow down Donovan Mitchell. Don't allow uncontested threes from the perimeter. I see. I see. So what y'all are thinking is the cat thing is bigger than the team thing. I think that's what y'all see. All right. Sherwin asking Ralph Unreal. I can tell you what Tibbs' philosophy is. It's easy. Tibbs' philosophy on defense is easy to me, maybe not to others. believe it or not, I agree with Nick Yak on this point, but I don't believe in it. I think okay. So the thing with me and Nick Yak on this point is, I think we believe on the same destination. We get there in different vehicles. If y'all understand what I'm saying. So I agree with Nick Yak thing. The whole man, I don't really like that, right? But I arrive at that point in a different way. And my reason being is, first of all, I'm not basing any defensive metric on the Indiana Pacers, especially in a blowout, right? I don't care how Indiana scored when they were blown out, and they were blown out early. They were blown out early in that game. So if they just got, if they took what the defense gave them, then I'm okay with then I'm okay with it, right? But at the same time, 70 points in the paint is a lot of points, and you can't blame Nick Yak for his point. You can't. If you ignore what Nick Yak is saying, then I think it's more of a, you don't want to either A, you don't want to move off your point, or B, you just want to argue with Nick Yak, right? I don't care nothing about arguing. I'll argue with anybody. I don't care. Am I looking for an argument on this case? No, right? Like, I'm not looking to pick a fight, but I'm also not turning down one either. If y'all understand what I'm saying, right? So I'm not um I'm not starting no trouble. We just having some fun, right? But I'm not turning down trouble either, if y'all feel me in that sense, right? My thing is this. Yo, Big Dave in the building? Yeah, Big Dave. The glucometer is going off. And the thing is it's at that borderline where I'm debating to I'm debating whether to eat something or to give it a few minutes to see if it's just a blip on the radar, so to speak. No pun intended with this. With no, you know, because what I don't want to do is eat something and then um have my blood sugar be high, right? And then have my blood sugar be at like 110, 115, 120, 125. I don't want it to be that. I'm trying to stay around that 90 to 100 range. So without giving away too much or whatever. And so it's like 69. It's like at 69, 70, 69, 70, 69, 70. And then if I eat something, then it'll be like at that range of like 120, where I'm debating, do I take insulin? And then now I'm going back and forth, insulin. And you feel me? That dance, that fine line. IKBM Dre is in the building. IKBM Dre says, paint points is skewed. It's not a lot, but they have a lot. Because they couldn't hit threes, and they led the league in paint points last year. Like 8 of those minutes were garbage time. Yeah. I feel you, Dre. And then there's the TJ McConnell thing, where TJ McConnell is an Achilles heel for most teams. He's going to get his paint points, right? It didn't matter. TJ McConnell was getting those paint points whether Mitch was here or not, whether Hartenstein was here or not. You feel me? And so it's like that fine line of understanding what Nick Yak said, because I think what he's saying is valid. At the same time, how much do you correct yourself? Right? It's the same thing with my blood sugar. Like, there's an issue, a low blood sugar issue. Do you overcorrect all the way to the other extreme? Or do you try to, walk the line, so to speak? Sherwin says Thibodeau's defense aims to keep ball out of the middle of the floor. His center must be a help defender. If you watch Sims on defense, he's a Tibbs defender. Cat is not a helper. Right. See, the thing is with that, and so the thing is with that is, and I was having this conversation. No lie, IKBM Dre can attest to this. We just had this conversation, and so if Dre come on, he'll say it. If not, I understand because I wasn't planning to rock too long anyway. Right. I was saying the same thing to IKBM Dre like right before this came on, right before we came on, right? Cat can be a helper if, like, Karl Anthony Towns can be a helper if you have a stout defender next to him. All right, so this thing is basically telling me. So basically, it's telling me I need to go because it's been beeping the entire time. So I'll get something, but I'll finish this point first, and then I'll go and get something like some grapes or something, right? Some simple sugar. I was telling IKBM Dre that basically post defense is a dual star system where if you have a stout power forward like Charles Oakley, Patrick Ewing can come and be an excellent weak side rim protector a lot of the times, right? But when Pat Ewing is head up on a guy like Olajuwon, right, Charles Oakley is not going to come over and swat Olajuwon's shot. If you understand the reference. For give an example, I mentioned the perfect archetype guy to play against Karl Anthony Towns is Jaren Jackson, because Karl Anthony Towns is a volume rebounder, right? He's a stout center. Cat is like 250. Cat is like 250 pounds, right? He's stout in the paint, right? Jaren Jackson can swat weak side shots. And also when you send Cat to the bench, Jaren Jackson in spurts can play center for you. In spurts. Can play center. Do you want Jaren Jackson playing a lot of minutes at center? Do you want Jackson at the 5 and Cat at the 4? No. Because both guys will get hurt. Cat will get hurt at the 4 and Jaren Jackson will get hurt at the 5. You don't want that. What you want ideally is for a roaming athlete like Jaren Jackson, like a young Marcus Camby, like a young Rasheed Wallace, right, to be a weak side shot blocker. Just because you're 6'10 or 6'11 doesn't mean that you're a center. LaFonso Ellis, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, guys like that aren't going to be guys. Charles Oakley aren't just because they're 6'9" does not mean that they're going to be shot blocking guys. They're not. Right? Yeah. And Sherwin says he's not a. No, I know that. And we can't afford him. I know that. I'm speaking, Sherwin. I'm speaking to the archetype. I'm talking to the archetype of guy. And I did watch them the other night. Sure, I did watch them the other night. And I think he looks detached, bro. What that means, body language and all that stuff. You know how reading body language is dangerous. So I don't want to read body language, but I don't know if it was Dre I told. It may have been, I think I may have been talking to Mr. Snuffleupagus when I said it, but I think Jaren Jackson might be the first guy traded this offseason, this season. Right. Sherwin says, MB. Man, stop. Never. Nah, he trolling. You should have put LOL beside that. That man should have put LOL beside that. Man, are you serious? Man, stop. Okay. All right. Yeah. 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 No. 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 In 2020, no. No, not in 2024, bro. No. 2024 basketball is not played like that. Right? I think it's, for instance, if we played the Phoenix Suns with Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns, who's guarding Kevin Durant? When we play the Lakers, one of those guys is going to guard Anthony Davis, who's guarding LeBron. Joel Embiid in Joel Embiid is in a switch is going to be guard LeBron James. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what did Nick Yak say? Nick Yak says Brunson was top 5 inside 12 feet and the only guard of the 5. We lead the league in paint points last year. It was never clogged, even with Mitch. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And Dre says Brunson's average finish in the paint is shorter this year. Okay. Either way. The paint points thing, okay. So the point, it's like cars. Every car you get is not going to be the same. Right? First of all, the paint is what, 15 feet from the baseline? The paint is like 15 feet from the baseline, right? So it's like 15 feet from the baseline to the free throw line, I think, right? So you're talking about 15 feet. And then the paint is, I forget how wide it is across, but it's wide. It's wider than a human being's wingspan, right? So it's wider than a human being's wingspan, right? So you can get points in the paint and it still not necessarily be a close shot. Like a 14 footer, a 12 footer, a 10 footer, or say a 10 footer. Are y'all comfortable with Mitchell Robinson shooting 10 footers? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Just in general. Are y'all? I'm not, but I don't want to come across as a hater. I don't want to come across as a hater. Right? Are y'all comfortable with Mitchell Robinson taking 10-foot jump shots? I'm just asking in general, like, because I know some of the stuff y'all are saying, like you'll put it in the comment section and I'll read it and it's nuanced and y'all keep some of the comments short. They'll be short and nuanced. So sometimes the context to be missing. Right. Sometimes the context to be missing. I get that. I understand it. I've been doing this for a long time. And I used to be in the chat for a long time. So I get it. Right. So I get it. The points in the paint thing, I am with Nick Yak, and I do. And listen, I understand what Sherwin is saying about size, right? Without sounding like a Josh Hart hater, I wouldn't mind seeing Precious at power forward when he get back. And I know y'all gonna call me, man, you hate Josh Hart. No, I don't hate Josh Hart. It can, just like when somebody says one thing, it doesn't mean you hate the other thing. Right? Just I like steak. It doesn't mean I hate chicken. Right? I don't want to cut Josh Hart's minutes. JJ is in the building. Bro, we got to sign Max Fried, bro. I'm giving Max Fried to Max. 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 That's my thing this offseason. Max, bro. Dre be out here trolling like Dre. So Dre, everybody has a different level of basketball understanding. So Dre, like Dre would say something, and I'm like, nah, bro, you can't make jokes like, yo, you can't make jokes like that because. So Sherwin asks, will Precious be back before Mitch? JJ love pulling my heartstrings, man. Like JJ legit often will say something and get me distracted. And it's not like distracted in that way. It's just it's hard to focus when you have comments going down the screen like this or going up the screen like this. Comments constantly and then that man will say something like that. And I'm like, ooh, what if? Can the Mets get Soto, Burns, and Freed? Nah, it's Dre. See what I mean? I ain't never seen a 3-month hammy. See what I mean? Unless it fell off the bone. Dre, see the thing that Dre don't get. Like I think he get it, but Dre, the last thing people are gonna read is fell off the bone. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'm happy just signing Bellinger, bro. I need Pete and Soto and Bellinger and Burns and Freed. Why not? All the dead money is coming off the book, right? All your dead money is coming off the book. Why not? I would love it in a perfect world. In a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, we bring back all the pitchers that that we signed this year. We bring back Mania. We bring back Cookie, not Cookie. We bring back Severino. We bring back basically run it back with the pitching staff, but upgrade the bullpen. Sherman says the Yankees is my least favorite in sports. The only New York team I don't want to. Wow. Wow. Bryce is in the building. Salute, Bryce. What's good? I would love to upgrade the bullpen, get Edwin Diaz back to. There was a time when Edwin Diaz might have been a top 20 baseball player. Jay Mars is in the building, fresh off of doing the Julius Randle channel. Jay Mars out here doing yo, y'all seen Julius Randle YouTube channel, bro? The cinematography on that joint, like it's like watching The Godfather, bro. I was watching Julius Randle YouTube channel, and I was like, if Jay Mars is doing it like this, bro, shit, I might need to go get me a loan. If Jay Mars is doing it like that, bro, I need to go get me a loan so we could do. I need to go get me like a $300,000 loan so Jay Mars can hook up Florence Tears. Yeah, man. Everything Knicks is in the building. Salute. Salute. Hey, man. Lane is in the building. Salute. And he says, yo, I'm behind on the video. 70 to 110 is normal blood sugar range. I generally don't feel comfortable giving patients insulin until it's about 130. Right. So That's right. Okay. So you are basically we're in the same mindset, right? But historically, I have been terrible with blood sugar. Terrible, right? Terrible with it. And so within the last year and a half, I've been trying to be excellent with it, right? And I know I can't account for things that happened years and 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 years ago, right? But what I can do is try to do the best I can right now. And so that's what I'm doing right now. Like all the mistakes I made in the past, I understand them now. But right now, I'm just trying to be in that. I'm trying to get that A1C down to, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get that A1C down. So I'm worried about tonight, but I'm also worried about the long run. If y'all get it, if y'all get what I'm saying, right? Yeah, yeah. Hey, and but our Knicks season is going to be crazy because while I did look at the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule, right? I looked at the Cavs schedule. It's all good. I looked at their schedule, and I'm trying to go back. Let me go back, Espen. My Bears lost on a Hail Mary today, man. I'm so mad. I can't. My Bears lost on it. I'm so frustrated with the Bears right now. I don't know what to do. Right. So here we are talking Knicks. So the Knicks schedule in the next few days is going to be a challenge also. Right. The Knicks are we have Cleveland, and then we have Miami, at Detroit, at Houston, at Atlanta, versus Milwaukee, at Indiana, at Philly, versus Boston. Versus Chicago, then versus Brooklyn, right? Then versus DC, and then at Philly, at Utah, at Denver, at Dallas. So our schedule is going to be tough. But the thing about it is, Trace and Shaq said Chuck is on crack because he thinks Shaq is crazy. So my thing is the Knicks schedule is going to be tough too, but I think the Knicks are, everybody, when I say this, don't be offended, right? Don't be offended when I say this. I think the Knicks are positioned to be the best regular season team in the NBA. I think that was the front office's goal. The front office's goal was to have a team that's going to be competitive every 82 game, be competitive for all 82 games. Yo, Fitz is in the building. Fitzy was good. And Shaq is from New Jersey, y'all. I know we hear these stories about Shaq in San Antonio, and Shaq went to LSU, and when Shaq moved around, man, my man Andre played against Shaq when they were in 8th grade. So I think I'm a couple of years older than them. When Shaquille was like 6'4" at PS15 in Jersey City. We know how to pronounce no Shaquille. We know that, man. We was from like the Shaquilla, whatever. When Shaq was like 6'4", Andre was like 6'5", and Andre was at PS15, and I think Shaq went to PS41. I think it was. I can't remember. That's the story. I never saw it. I'm just going by the story. I don't even know if the story is true. It was just entertaining. You know how like one of your homeboys tell you a story? Yeah, man, I played against Shaq, man, and blah blah blah. My man Andre, he went to Snyder. So, hey, Tevin Hall is in the building. Salute. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I see you. Great job, bro. I see you. Great job, bro. King Imbert is in the building. J Mars says, I went to PS41. Oh, okay. Yeah, PS41 is in Jersey. Well, I don't know if it's still there or not, but it used to be on Ocean Avenue in Jersey City, like going towards the hill, like going up the hill, like going up the Carteret and all of them out that way. Like salute to all my people out there towards Carteret, out there towards the bank. We grew up. So I grew up on the hill, but not Carteret, right? That's where my people live. We used to go walk over there like every weekend or whatever. But I lived on Woodlawn, Van Nostrand, whatever. And I wound up going to, so I got accepted to St. Anthony's to go play basketball there, but I didn't get a basketball scholarship, even though they wanted me to play. Right? You know, the coach is like, yo, man, just you pay these couple of months, man. A lot of these kids drop out, man, because of travel, because dudes will get the scholarship and they'll be like from somewhere else. And they try to like commute every morning, like y'all know the kids that get up. Y'all remember the ninth graders that used to get up like 4:30 in the morning, be at the bus stop at 5:15, take the train and all that stuff just to get to St. Anthony's. And so the coach is like, yo, nah, man, just pay the $118 a month, man. Some of these kids are gonna drop out. I promise you. They not gonna have a ride. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to find them a way, but after a while, you know, say we're gonna move. And so I did try to do it, man, $118 a month in like 1981 was a lot of money for my people. So it didn't work out. So I went to Dickinson High Rams, played basketball, ran track, was in the newspaper a few times, you know what I'm saying, for basketball and for track. You know what I'm saying? The ninth grade team, you know what I'm saying, moved around, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sherman says, I can remember when Kyrie dad didn't make our team as a freshman. I can remember we was laughing at him because he was crying. He went to A.E. Stevenson. And bro, I'm telling you, that's how it be when you a kid. Bro, so Sherwood, I cried at Bayside Park in front of all my homeboys when I didn't make a team. So it was a bunch of dudes out there, like all over the city, and this dude that coached at St. Anthony's named Coach Hurley, like put together this team for the summer. It was a league, right? It was a league, right? But really the league was for them to put together this one elite team and have the other teams just play against that one elite team. So it's like 8 teams. And so I remember getting cut off that team, right? I remember getting cut off that team, and I cried, bro. Bayside Park, Jersey City, New Jersey. I cried like a baby, bro. And the thing is, I wound up being a starter. I wound up being a starter for a team called Deluxe Cleaners. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Deluxe Cleaners, but they used to have a bunch of cleaners all around the tri-state area. It's a place called Deluxe Cleaners. We used to wear black and gold. So I wound up being a starter for them at the 2, even though I really didn't have no handles or nothing. But I was like for defense. And it was an outside league on double rims. Y'all remember double rims? Remember double rims with the chains on them? Anybody remember that? And they used to show up and they used to unfold the table outside. They'll unfold the table like the scorer's table or whatever. People be sitting over there and everybody be walking through and the game will be going on and dope boys will be walking across the court. They ain't can't. It's crazy. So anyway, yeah, man. I cried like a baby, bro. I mean, I cried like I wanted to be on that team so bad. And if I would have made that team, I probably wouldn't have gotten no burn. Right? I would have got no burn, right? But I think the sponsor for them was a place called Getty. Anybody remember Getty? Anybody remember Getty Gas? Fitzy, y'all remember Getty? Yeah, I remember that place, Getty. They used to have the logo up or whatever. Like you go get your gas from Getty. The guy used to come out and pump your gas and all that stuff. And so I think they was like the Getty something, like the Getty Roadrunners or something. And their uniforms was fantastic, bro. Their uniforms was awesome, bro. Cully is in the building. Yo, hey, Miss Mocha, guess who in the chat? Cully. Yeah. All right. So Cully go. My people said, hey, man. My people said, hey. I usually be playing Cully joint in the car. That's how they know who Cully is. That's how come we got a kind of attachment to Cully, because in the car, I'll play the Cully video with the chick in the car when we riding somewhere, or I play his lemon pepper freestyle or something. Salute to Cully. So, but anyway, yeah, man. So Sherwin, yeah, man, I cried like a baby, bro. I cried like a baby. I got cut, bro. So I feel you on that, but I do understand that feeling of being cut and being cut in public. Like when they call all the names and you don't hear your name, you're like, yo, this must be a mistake. And then you see all the other boys go over there and start talking to the coaches, and you be like, and then the other coach, like the other coach would come over, he'd be like, yo, hey, Cully, we gotta get. I don't know. I hit up Subliminal 209. He won our raffle earlier for a free T-shirt, and so I need to hit up Subliminal. I hit him up earlier. I need to get his address so we can send this shirt to him. This Lawrence Tears shirt, because we put all of y'all names on the wheel and we spent the wheel or whatever, and Subliminal 209 and Subliminal 209 and who else won? Pudge Nice. All right, so Pudge Nice and Subliminal 209 are the winners. So we got to find out. I got to find out what Pudge Nice is, and I got to find out Subliminal 209 so we can get that stuff sent to him. Yo, I don't know. I hit him up. I ain't heard from him yet. But we definitely had to include him on the anniversary joint. You know what I'm saying? Because we did the 4-year anniversary show this morning. We was shouting all of y'all out and all of that stuff, man. But wishing y'all was like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Virtuoso was in the building. I see you. Okay. Virtuoso snuck in here too. But so to answer Cully's question, yes, I like the idea of Cat being here. I don't like what we gave up to get him, if that makes sense. Yo, you remember that? You remember Bobby Mercer? Yo, and you know what? And I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I cried when Thurman Munson died, and I wasn't even a Yankees fan. It was just everybody was so sad. Like nothing like that had ever happened in my lifetime. Right? Like when Clemente passed away, I was like not even knowing who he was. When Clemente passed away, man, I was 4, 5 years old, maybe 6 when he passed away, maybe 5, something like that. I didn't know. JJ said I cried when bro. What? I didn't cry, bro, but I was proud. Like when Piazza hit the 9/11 home run, bro. Yo, Piazza hit the 9/11 home run, bro. Bro, the 9/11 home run, bro. bro. Yo, see, because you gotta understand. Yo, you could be a proud American and things of that sort, bro. But every morning on my stoop, every morning, like every day I walked out my house, I would stand on my stoop and I could see the Twin Towers every day in Jersey City. In Jersey City, right? As a matter of fact, there's a group called the Manhattans. They're not from Manhattan. They're from Jersey City because every time they stand on their roof, you know what they see, right? They see Manhattan, right? And the people from the people from Uptown, the people from the or not I'm sorry, not people from Uptown, not my Bronx people, but my people from the city. When y'all look across, y'all don't be thinking about Jersey City, right? When y'all look across the water, whatever, y'all don't be seeing Jersey City like that. Y'all don't. It's Jersey City. It's like that's them. That's Jersey. But when you in Jersey City, like I walk down, I come out our apartment, walk down the hall. You know what I'm saying? Go out the front door, stand on the stoop, and I can see the Twin Towers. Right? See the Twin Towers, and when you go to Bayside Park, you could see the Statue of Liberty because basically Bayside Park and Liberty Park are separated by train tracks. I don't know what y'all call it nowadays. What do young people call it? Railways? So you train tracks. Like you can follow the train tracks all the way out there if you want to. It's dangerous, but you can follow the train tracks all the way out there. Right? And so knowing what happened on 9/11, right? Knowing what happened on 9/11, I was in the South by then. By then, I was already, I had already started my family in the South. I already had like a toddler and twin babies and two jobs. Y'all know I already had two jobs. Y'all know that already. I ain't even got to tell y'all. I ain't even got to tell y'all about two jobs. Y'all already know I was working two jobs, right? And so when 9/11 happened and all this stuff, it kind of hit me hard, right? Right? Pause. Kind of hit me hard. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, so it kind of hit me hard a little bit. But one thing led to another. The Mets come back and start playing. The Mets come back and Fit, do you remember that Dick Barnett on the Lakers? Wow. But so one thing anyway, the Mets are playing our rivals. I'm down south in Braves country, and we're playing against the Braves, and then Piazza hit the home run, and you can see the cameras in Shea Stadium shaking, like vibrating from everybody just losing their mind. And I'm like, man, that thing hit. You know what I'm saying? Like it. So yeah, the Piazza home run, kind of that. And the thing is too is one of the reasons why I do this, and one of the reasons why we rock the way that we do, is because the feelings like that. I'm waiting for the moment for us to recreate those moments, right? Like those Piazza moments, right? Like those, for Yankees fans, those Aaron Boone moments. The 10th against your rival to send you to the World Series, those moments. I'm waiting on that for the Knicks, right? I'm waiting for Jalen Brunson to hit that game winner in Game 7 against the Celtics to send the Knicks to the NBA Finals, right? I'm waiting for those moments. Yep. I don't remember that. But I remember my uncles and them telling me about that. So I was alive for some of that, but I don't remember that. The only thing I tell you what I remember the most from the 70s. I will tell you what I remember the most because I don't have clear memories like y'all do. When that stuff was happening, I was like 5 or 6 years old. But I do remember the day Clyde Frazier was traded. Dudes was crying everywhere, bro. For a dude named Jim Clemens. That thing broke my heart. That's why every time I hear Jim Clemens' name, I get mad. Not because I dislike Jim Clemens as a person, because if the saying is true, once a Knick, always a Knick, then we should celebrate Jim Clemens, right? Shouldn't we celebrate Jim Clemens if the saying is true, once a Knick, always a Knick? Right? If the saying is true, once a Knick, always a Knick. But I'm like I'm in like 4th grade. And I talked to Mr. Williams. I'm like, hey, Mr. Williams, what's up, man? He like, hey, kid, go to your desk. I'm like, hey, kid, it's Uncle Freezy, man. We cool. What's going on? And I'm like, yo, Mr. Williams, what's going on? He looked at me like, hey, kid, didn't I tell you to go to your desk? And I'm like, yo, I usually go get you a coffee. I clap the erasers. What are you talking about? Go to my desk. Go to my desk. Bro, I'm the yo, you usually, you know what I'm saying, give me like a little nickel or something, and I go down to the cafeteria and get you a coffee in them blue and white cups. Y'all know the blue and white cups. Y'all remember when people used to send people for coffee? Anybody old enough to remember that? Anybody remember that? Like, you used to send little kids on an errand. Like, you send a little kid on an errand, like, yo, kid, go to the corner. Get me a bagel with butter on it, a coffee, not a coffee, a coffee, a coffee. Hey, Mo, I just said coffee. Go get a coffee with like 1 cream, 1 sugar, and a pack of cigarettes, probably like some Winstons or something, and you bring them back, and you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So I go to Mr. Williams. I'm like, yo, Mr. Williams, what's happening? He like, go to your desk, kid. Kid, what? And so he walk out the room. he walk out the room. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I'm like talking like my, you know what I'm saying, the class. The class is like trying to figure out what's going on or whatever. I see the newspaper on the thing. I don't pay it no attention. I go out in the hallway. I'm like, Mr. Williams, what's going on? All the male teachers are there talking. And I'm like, why y'all out here in the hallway? Ain't y'all supposed to be working? Yeah, you know how it's like vice versa. You know how like the teachers will catch all the kids in the hall and be like, go to class. And I'm like, I walk out there, I'm like, yo, what's going on? What? And Mr. Williams turned his back and turned away from me, right? And then the other teacher, Mr. Smith, he was a little bit. Mr. Williams was in his 20s. Mr. Smith might have been in his 40s, right? And so I look at Mr. Smith. I'm like, Smitty, what's going on? Yo, I'm like 8 years old. Like, look at Mr. Smith, like, Smitty, what's going on, man? What's, you know? He like, man, the damn Knicks done traded Clyde Frazier. And Mr. Williams turned around and looked at me, and you could tell he was red in the face. And then all of a sudden, the hallway got hot. And you know what I'm saying? I take off my Mets hat, man. I'm like, and all of a sudden, my mouth like start watering. I'm like, and all of a sudden, like this feeling come over me, and I can't help it. And I go back to my desk, and I just put my head down, and just start crying, man. I just start crying. I had no lie. I took my lunchbox, man. I know one of the things in my life that I remember all the full details. Y'all might ask me about a conversation this morning, and I probably won't even remember. But in life, y'all know how certain events happen in your life, and you'll never forget where you were when it happened. That in that case. And so I put my head down on the thing, and I'm like, put my hand, and I'm crying. And I never forget this girl named Delia. I had a crush on her. A girl named Delia was patting me on the back. She was crying. What's the matter? Uncle Freezy, why you crying? She's a cute little thing, man. A little cutie pie, right? And I'll never forget. I'm like, the Knicks traded Clyde Frazier. And the look on her face, you talking about sports? you stupid. You crying over sports? I thought somebody in your family died. And in my mind, it was just like that in my mind. So, yeah. So yeah, Sherwin, thank you for opening up the box for me to tell a story about crying and all that stuff. All right, so I'm gonna get back to the Knicks thing about the schedule and the Cavs. I think this game is going to be tougher than what we think. And thank y'all for bearing with me on that too, man. Thank y'all for bearing with me on that. But and I looked at Mr. Williams and through. So the teachers used to go out. The classrooms used to be connected, but not. Right? You can climb out the window, walk across this courtyard, and go to another class. Right? They told us not to do it, but we used to do it anyway. And Mr. Williams was out there in the courtyard smoking. Him and Mr. Smith and the other teachers, they was out there talking about and they was like out there just talking like, why the Knicks trade Clyde Frazier, bro? And I never forget that because I wasn't a crier. It's just that moment just overtook me, like, man. And so I guess it'll be like if you're a young Knicks fan right now, say you're 4 or 5 years old, and then the time comes for the Knicks to trade Jalen Brunson. Say in about 4 or 5 years, it's time to trade Jalen Brunson. And the time is going to come where we part ways with Jalen Brunson, right? The time is going to come. Jalen Brunson is probably not going to retire a Knick, but he will be considered a Knick when he goes to the Hall of Fame. When Jalen Brunson goes to the Hall of Fame, he's going to go into the Hall of Fame as a Knick, right? But there's going to be a time when Father Time catches up with him. And we're probably going to trade him somewhere weird, like Chicago or somewhere. We're going to trade him somewhere offset, like Memphis. And some little kid is going to be 9 years old. And when they hear about the Jalen Brunson trade on their phone, they'll probably see it on their phone, right? When the trade come across their phone, they're just going to break out and start crying. We had to see it in the paper, though. Nice is in the building. Salute. And Hit Him Up says, he's a Knick for life. I hope so, bro. Bro, I hope so. I hope so. I hope that man retire. But, man, we traded Pat Ewing. We traded Carmelo. Right? Man, we traded Randall. We traded Clyde. In sports, man, nobody's off limits, man. It wouldn't surprise me. Right? When the time comes and it happens, you know, I guess we just deal with it. So, but on the Cleveland note, what I will say is I don't think Cleveland's bench is going to be. I don't know if the Cavaliers bench is going to be something that we should worry about outside what normal NBA benches do. They'll probably have 1 or 2 guys that'll get about 10 points apiece. They'll probably have a big come off the bench and give them some energy, but I don't know if they have a guy that I'm worried about. And it'll happen. 2 or 3 people from the Cavaliers are going to step up. We don't know who, but I'm not going to be surprised. It may be Dean Wade. It may be Darius Garland. Somebody is going to step up for them tonight. Tonight. And so I'm not really concerned about that. What I'm mostly concerned about as I gather my thought, what I'm mostly concerned about is probably the Knicks. I'm concerned about what Nick Yak is concerned about. That points in the paint thing is concerning me. I'm hoping that it's not going to be a recurring thing tonight against Cleveland, especially since Cleveland has a big team. If that makes sense to everybody, Cleveland's a bigger team. They're probably going to present some challenges with size, and so I'm hoping that that's not going to be to our detriment. I'm hoping that's not going to be to our detriment. So, yeah. I already have League Pass. Playback TV is asking me about League Pass, everybody. So I want to get y'all honest opinion about something. I want y'all to answer honestly. I really want y'all to come through and watch the game with me on Playback TV. But I also want to get a gauge on your experience with Playback TV. Like, how do you feel about Playback TV? As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a poll. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Like, how do y'all feel about Playback TV? Yeah, I think it's one of those things that is you get a better sense for the conversation when we come back here. Let me see. Do you like okay, do you enjoy your maybe I should spell enjoy right? Enjoy your orange tears experience on Playback TV. All right. So I got a poll out there. I'm just going to put the poll out there. Okay. And Nick Jack says your Bears' last two plays was coaching Washington. And giving up 20 years. Yeah. That was coaching, bro. That. Yes. Again, we agree. Right. But do y'all enjoy your experience on Playback TV? Give me some feedback on that. I think one of the things about Playback TV, I think we may be talking over the game too much. I think we may be talking over the game too much. Like on Playback TV, if you're watching the game, then you may not enjoy the game as much because everybody's talking about everything. Nobody's really allowing the game to actually be the game. That's one of my criticisms of it. I'm going to put, for those that don't know what Playback TV is, I'm going to put the Playback TV link in the chat. Playback TV is where you can come and you can come through and watch the game with us basically for free. I think I have 20 VIPs to give. So there are 20 VIPs I can give and you can watch the game with me. Right. So if you're paying for the app or if you're paying some subscription or whatever, or you weren't paying for the game and you can't find a way to watch it, you can come to Playback TV and watch the game, hang out with us. Right. Come and watch the game with us. So I put that in there. I invite you to come over and hang out with us on Playback TV. We'll watch the game together tonight. As a matter of fact, I'll schedule the game. Schedule Cleveland versus Knicks. The MSG one tonight at 7:30. Submit, copy, get a URL, and add that one to the chat. So I'll add that one to the chat. So there is the link for tonight's game. You can come through and hang out with us. And basically what we'll do is just come through and rock the spot. So we have 6 votes on that. Yeah, man. Yeah, Ribby. Yeah, man. What was the Trini dude that I can't remember. I can't remember. And what do we need? League pass? No, you don't need nice. You don't need nothing, bro. Just come through and hang out. Click the link and just come in and watch the game. I ain't asking you for nothing. Just come through, watch the game with us, hang out. Are you talking about Staffadan? Cully, you talking about Staffadan? I think Staffadan might be who you talking about. Yeah, so I don't have a specific goal for you guys, but what I'd like to do though is offer, if you can't watch the game anywhere else, come through and hang out with us. Or if you just want to come hang out with us, come hang out with us. Right? During the game. And so what we'll do is try to not talk as much during the game. Right? Try to do the analysis over the analysis over the analysis. Hey, for sure. For sure. I'm gonna be coming in hot because I generally get off at 8, or let me restate. I generally am stop working around 8:30. I might be off the phones at like 7:30 or so. So when you see me, bro, you can best believe I'm walking from that computer over there to this computer right here. I got it set up like Star Trek in here, like dual monitors over there, dual monitors right here. Like y'all might be able to see it in a reflection of those, but man, it's like NASA in here, bro. It's like a control room in here. So yeah, man. So come hang out with us on Playback TV. We are going to be like doing analysis and all that stuff. If you can't watch it anywhere else, you can come watch it with us. I think they give us like 20 free VIPs. That means 20 people can come through and watch the game for free, I think it is. And then after that, I think others may have to do something. I think subscribing to it is free. I think watching the game may not be, but I got 20 tickets. So it's like first come, first serve. So it's like first come, first serve. Right. So on that note, man, I'm gonna wrap up and get out of here so that I can be fresh for the next morning drive in the morning. hopefully I can just conk out, get some sleep, jump right back up for the next morning drive. Holler at y'all then. Work all day, get off, go do playback TV, watch the game. When that's over, do the Knicks at Night podcast for a couple of hours and start the same cycle all over again. Maybe in between time, I'll get to see some like family members or something. I'll get to walk my dog a little bit. So, but thank y'all for coming through, rocking. I'm going to try to see y'all at 7:45 in the morning. Playback TV, 7:30. Knicks at Night podcast, probably 10 o'clock. And the same cycle all over again. Later, y'all. Peace. Yeah.